like you've been waiting all year for. I'm making time for a minute, yeah, you with it. Got a lot of time, I just need somewhere to spend it. I just press a button and the top go missing. I kept the slip so you know it's not raining, yeah. Oh, what you wanna do? Worry about your friends, that's all you this afternoon. I've been reading your mind. No fear, but you gotta let me know. I'm all ears and I got a lot of room. My way, if you wanna take it there, I'm on my way. Put it in 5, I'll be outside, I'll be on the way. I'll be on the way and you can meet me in 5. I'll be your 9, I'll be your all day. I'll be your all day. Put it in 5, I'll be outside, I'll be on the way. I'll be on the way and you can meet me in 5. I'll be your 9, I'll be your all day. I'll be your all day. Drop top the Porsche, put that bitch's sport out here in the field, oh yeah. I'm already, yeah. Come outside looking like a snack. Hurry up, get in, hell yeah. Come with me on this mission. Riding down the coast, got one up for sure. You said break a lead, I said pass the weed. Pull up to the crib bar, said you never been before. Put you in provocateur, girl, I made you me a more. You said you left your ex, that you was always gassing. You said before me, you ain't never been this happy. You took a L with him and went in ever since. You in my phone, I'm on my way, I cancel plans. I'll be on the way. I'll be on the way and you can meet me in 5. I'll be your 9, I'll be your all day. I'll be your all day. Put it in 5, I'll be outside, I'll be on the way. I'll be on the way and you can meet me in 5. I'll be your 9, I'll be your all day. I'll be your all day.
You're trying to make a move. Tonight I got the time, tell me what you wanna do. Call up squad if you wanna rendezvous. They gon' push up on their own, I only got room for 2. Front of jigs on the set, it's a Porsche, not a Vic. I confess, I'm a flex till they show some respect. Get away so we can make sense of your life. You wasn't pop, but I just put your shit in drive now. Coast like there's no tomorrow. Moving too fast, I'm hoping to dry stuff. I don't want you to wonder where I go. Can learn a lot from this and it's something that I know.
Put it in 5, I'll be outside, I'll be on the way. I'll be on the way and you can meet me in 5. I'll be your 9, I'll be your all day. I'll be your all day. Put it in 5, I'll be outside, I'll be on the way. I'll be on the way and you can meet me in 5. I'll be your 9, I'll be your all day. I'll be your all day.
Spent so many nights wondering where you've been. Now I know I'll never waste my time again. You're too busy breaking us to understand. Let me feel that devil day. Won't believe you lost again. Mommy.
On the real, I got a shout out to my ex-girl. Yeah, there's something gotta get off of my chest, girl. Did me dirty, but I swear that you the best, girl. Cause every time I rap about you, that's a check, girl. Should've known you were busy creeping every time I wasn't home. Accusing me of cheating, always blowing on my phone. The one who points the finger is the same one doing wrong. Mommy.
So say goodbye to the memories. I gave you everything, I gave the best of me. But girl, you only cared about my history. Too paranoid to love, that's what you did to me. I can't say I was perfect, but girl, I tried to work it out. But your lies ain't worth it, so it's goodbye, it's goodbye.
Y yo sé que tú me quieres, pero no me importa. Y yo sé que estás con otro y estoy con otra. Dime si tú me recuerdas cuando él te toca. Y no me mientes, yo ya sé que yo te tiene loca. Confess que you messed up, what a shame. Said that you was with friends out of state. Don't lie, you was with him at his place. Cause your friends said they ain't seen you for days.
De mi vida debuté. Won't believe you lost again. De mi vida debuté. Won't believe you lost again. Mami. This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sinking. Your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me in a waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Cold skin, drag my feet on the tile as I'm walking down the corridor. And I know we haven't talked in a while, so I'm looking for an open door. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me in a waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. And I can't stop myself from falling. 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 Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sinking. Your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Cold skin, drag my feet on the tile as I'm walking down the corridor. And I know we haven't talked in a while, so I'm looking for an open door. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me in a waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. And I can't stop myself from falling down. 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 Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sinking. Your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Cold skin, drag my feet on the tile as I'm walking down the corridor. And I know we haven't talked in a while, so I'm looking for an open door. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me in a waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. And I can't stop myself from falling down. 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 Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain. We'd like to add our welcome aboard today's flight. We're just finishing up our last minute paperwork, and once we've done that, we'll push back. We're estimating an on-time departure. In the cabin today are some of our finest flight attendants who are there for your comfort, but most of all for your safety, so we ask that you give them undivided attention whenever requested. Once again, thanks for flying with us. Sit back and relax, and all
Now I'm slipping through. I spent so many nights wondering where you've been. Now I know I'll never reach myself again. Too busy breaking us to understand. Let me feel that devil day. Don't believe you're lost again. Lost again, yeah, yeah.
que yo te tiene loca. Pasa que you messed up, what a shame. Said that you was with friends out of state. Don't lie, you was with him at his place. Cause your friends said they ain't seen you for days.
De mi vida debutté, won't believe you lost again, lost again. De mi vida debutté, won't believe you lost again, yeah, mami. This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sinking. Your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, 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 let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Cold skin, drag my feet on the tide as I'm walking down the corridor. And I know we haven't talked in a while, so I'm looking for an open door. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me in a waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, let me down, let me down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. And I can't stop myself from falling. And I can't stop
Before start checklist.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just closed the main cabin door. All personal cellular telephones must be turned off and stowed for the
We're ready to push back.
Flight attendants, prepare doors for departure, cross check, and verify straps.
Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so
Locking
lonely.
gear.
If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, let me down, let me down, let me down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. If you wanna go,
Departure
then
check
I'll be so
completed.
lonely.
Bypass pin
If
inserted.
you're leaving, baby, let me
Release
down
parking brakes.
slowly.
Release parking brakes.
Give me up, boy, listen to my heartbeat.
Release parking
That you
brakes.
want it, hurry up and show me how your love feels.
Alright, it'll be a left seat takeoff.
No, don't tell me
Taxi routes, brake, seat instructions, standard reject procedures. Will depart via the SID, climb to initial altitude. In the event of emergency, return will coordinate with ATC. You'll fly the airplane on the
Release parking
checklist
brakes.
and coordinate with the air traffic control company and the flight attendants. Any questions?
Release parking brakes. Release parking brakes. Release parking brakes. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
We're out the flight deck.
Go ahead for cockpit.
Cleared to start engines.
Roger. Clear to start engines.
Start both engines.
Okay, starting engines.
Set parking brakes.
Before taxi checkers.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass network. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flight attendants, please be seated for departure.
autopilot in command.
Flaps 1.
Listen to my heartbeat. I know that you want it. Hurry up and show me how your love feels. Come on right now. No, don't tell me how you really love me. Come on, boy, show me. No, don't tell me.
Jet plane headed up to the sky. Spread wings and the clouds getting high. We ain't hit a rave in a while.
Sounds of the surf.
So take me back to London.
I do deals but I never get twanged. Moves that ain't never been planned. No goons that were never in gangs. Where I'm from, chat shit get banged. Where I'm from, chat shit let the 12 gauge rip. Yeah, sick how it fits in my hand. I don't mix with the glitz and the glam. All these stupid pricks on the gram. I don't do online beef or Nikki gram beef. I'm way too G'd up to beef for gram Neek. I bought an AP to help me time keep my shooter ride deep. He moves when I speak my shooter ride. He shoot a guy, leave you wet like you scuba dive. We were younger then and now we're unified. South London boys get you crucified. I'm gone.
It's that time, Big Mike and Teddy are on grind. I wanna try new things, they just want me to sing because nobody thinks I write rhymes. But now I'm back in the biz with my guy. Give me a packet of crisps and my pint. I hit my friends up, go straight to the pub cause I haven't been home in time. Yes, but that's my fault. Gross $500 million on a divide tour. Yes, I ain't kidding, what would I lie for? But now I'm back on the track with Big Michael. He said
Teddy, never get off your high horse and never let him take your crown.
I've been away for a while, traveled a million miles, but I'm heading back to London town right now. Jet plane headed up to the sky. Spread wings and the clouds getting high. We ain't hit a rave in a while. So take me back to London. Place high, middle night, sitting low. Sweat brow dripping down when in Rome. No town does it quite like my home. So take me back to
Birmingham 0121, stand up. You better tell them the hooligans here. My team can't lose when I'm here. Outside quick twos and a beer. You see me when I choose to appear. Just paid a few bag for my carpet. Blood, take off your shoes when you rear. Yo, I can turn booze into cheers. Triptronic man cruise for the gears. Red blues when I'm here, it's Brom. Family, you dumb. Red wine, or you want a red rum. You can be 40, you don't wanna war me. End of story, you gonna get spun. Man smoke weed till my whole head's numb. Don't talk grease cause I won't take none. VIP in my own section. Wild West with the old Western, it's Brom.
Old school raving back to Scala. In an AP pack with Gala. Take me back to Manor. Blocks out roll full of yak and maggot. And an S3 boot full of packs of Cali. Hit the booth, man, snap it, snap it. Bap, that's that trap, wrapped a mapper. Some man are blessed, I'm a bad and trapper. Gets cold up north, pack your hat and track it. Man was made to set pace. Young H, I came for first place. Made a change to get paid. Fam, I stayed in my lane and came with that flame. Day to day, we on stage. Make my cake, then I skate and catch the next plane. Baking up when I wake. Rake it up, get it saved. It's make it all break.
It's make it or break. Human man still make a mistake. Mad now H just made a mixtape.
Told JK to make a next 8. We're about to set pace. Can't get about no more, it gets bait.
And I don't get head no more, I get face.
She don't want him no more, she wants J.
And she don't want me no more, she wants H.
Aye.
JK make a lot of P. Go straight there if you swear I gotta be.
Wait, stop, pop my collar, I'm a G. 5 million minimum, what I wanna see.
And anything I wanna put that to bed. Tell Mumsy that I wanna trap with Ed. Aim this one at your head.
Right bars with a pen on the pad when the battery's dead. Jet plane headed up to the sky. 016, spread wings and the clouds getting high. 012, we ain't hit a rave in a while. So take me back to London. Place high, middle night, sitting low. Sweat brow dripping down when in Rome. No town does it quite like my home. So take me back to London. So take me back to London. Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah, lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood girls and they do chow. I'm drunk in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? Little baby, pass the Stella. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. Goddamn, she look familiar. Think we hooked up at Coachella. What's her name? Isabella.
Your mind is so cold and my eyes so frozen. It's over you. Your mind is so cold and my wrist so frozen. It's over you. Your mind is so cold and my eyes so frozen. I die for you. Your mind is so cold and my wrist so frozen. I die for you. Oh. Yeah, stunning, it's satisfying, but it don't bring you closure. Diamonds, my state of mind. I'm drowning in the ocean, just stay right where you are, and don't come any closer. I'm just gonna handle mine, and just maintain composure. People, they say, learn from mistakes, yeah. You keep your space, yeah. But all this pain, yeah, you take away, yeah. Stay in my lane, but it hurts so bad when you went away. It's over you. Yeah, my eyes so cold and my wrist so frozen. It's over you. Yeah, my wrist so cold and my eyes so frozen. I die for you. Yeah, my eyes so cold and my wrist so frozen. I die for you. Oh.
Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies can't have none. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, shit is too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the deepest though, like wow, she's blessed on blessed. I don't GAFOS, you tryna fuck? Yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Jay Sean. Yeah. Gucci.
Even though you know I like it, you ain't nothing new. Even though you know I love it, I'm in love with you. I ain't tryna say I like it, girl, you know the truth. You know that I fucking love it, fucking right with you.
That's my ride or die, I can't even lie. Shouted flyer than a pilot, ain't got way too much to hide. What she like, Birkin bags and bikes, and she don't care about lights. Tissing right, upward poking out, yeah, that's what I like. Out of sight, out of mind, keep them broke hoes out my sight. This the night, when we dim the lights, I pound with all my might. She so right, we so right, ain't no need to be uptight. Got that fire, ask her what she drink, she said grew up on ice.
I'm saying, yo, I just can't get my mind off you. After the shit that we've been through, I just can't stop fucking with you. I just can't stop fucking with you. Even though you know I like it, you ain't nothing new. Even though you know I love
doing this, it ain't safe. I did not promise that you'd take my name. Told you from day, said that straight to your face. Can't be the one if you in second place. It's not that way. You start acting crazy, know that I'll go in my head. It's like in Miami, you won't find me out of space. Wait, all up in our feelings, weren't supposed to be that way. Wait, I can't escape. Yeah. Cause baby, you, I just can't get my mind off you. After the shit that we've been through, I just can't stop fucking with you. I just can't stop fucking with you. Even though you know I like it, you ain't nothing new. Even though you know I love it, I'm in love with you. I ain't tryna say I like it, girl, you know the truth. You know that I fucking love it, fucking right with you.
With you. Attention, lead niggas on red, they ain't fucking with you. Ran through the block, went broke, can't must stay damn real bitch, put the pussy on you. Dreaming about cars that says with a running in my wrist, cute face, cut quick. Girls gon' hate, cause the bitch gon' slay too fresh, bed dress, powder on my drip. Cause I like it, I just wanna fuck, he out the dress, so please don't bite it. Leaning for my love, daddy, eat me up, baby, I'm excited.
Even though you know I like it, you ain't nothing new. Even though you know I love it, I'm in love with you. I ain't tryna say I like it, girl, you know the truth. You know that I fucking love it, fucking around with you. Fucking around with you. Fucking around with you.
Jay Sean.
Even though you know I like it, you ain't nothing new. Even though you know I love it,
I'm in love with you. I ain't tryna say I like it, girl, you know the truth. You know that I fucking love it, fucking around with you.
That's my ride or die, I can't even lie. Shouted flyer than a pilot, ain't got way too much to hide. What she like, Birkin bags and bikes, and she don't care about lights. Tissing right, upward poking out, yeah, that's what I like. Out of sight, out of mind, keep them broke hoes out my sight. This the night when we done.
I just can't get my mind off you. After the shit that we've been through, I just can't stop fucking with you. I just can't stop fucking with you. Even though you know I like it, you ain't nothing new. Even though you know I love it, I'm in love with you. I ain't tryna say I like it, girl, you know the truth. You know that I fucking love it, fucking around with you. I cannot keep doing this, it ain't safe. I did not promise that you'd take my name. Told you from day, said that straight to your face. Can't be the one if you in second place. It's not that way. You start acting crazy, know that I'll go in my head. It's like in Miami, you won't find me out of space. Wait, all up in our feelings, weren't supposed to be that way. Wait, I can't escape. Yeah. Cause baby, you, I just can't get my mind off you. After the shit that we've been through, I just can't stop fucking with you. I just can't stop fucking with you. Even though you know I like it, you ain't nothing new. Even though you know I love it, I'm in love with you. I ain't tryna say I like it, girl, you know the truth. You know that I fucking love it, fucking around with you.
With you. For attention, lead niggas on red, they ain't fucking with you. Ran through the block, went broke, can't must stay damn real bitch, put the pussy on you. Dreaming about cars that says with a running in my wrist, cute face, cut quick. Girls gon' hate, cause the bitch gon' slay too fresh, bed dress, powder on my drip. Cause I like it, I just wanna fuck, he out the dress, so please don't bite it. Leaning for my love, daddy, eat me up, baby, I'm excited.
Even though you know I like it, you ain't nothing new. Even though you know I love it, I'm in love with you. Girl, you know the truth. You know that I fucking love it, fucking around with you. Fucking around with you. Fucking around with you.
Shots at a party. Yes, so am I. Shorty, we can do it all night. Show me what you got, and after I would like to do shots at a party. Shots at a party. Shots at a party. Shots at a party. I would like to do shots at a party. Shots at a party. Shots at a party. Shots at a party. Baby, come on, do shots at a party.
Hold up, shots all night. Pull up, I'm so right. I'm lit, I stay up all night. Get the party turned up, shorty off that white. It's 3 a.m., we got 4 more hours. Broke men's got me feeling new powers. She want shots, she don't want no flowers. Hit the dance floor, she don't want no cowards.
Look, now we ballin'. So many bitches out of calling. Fuck all the problems, I would better like to do shots at a party. Yes, so am I. Shorty, we can do it all night. Show me what you got, and after I would like to do shots at a party. I would like to do shots at a party. Baby, come on, do shots at a party. Look, now we ballin'. So many bitches out of calling. Fuck all the problems, I would better like to do shots at a party. Yes, so am I. Shorty, we can do it all night. Show me what you got, and after I would like to do shots at a party.
Show me what you got, then we take a shot. Fat ass and she move it like a thought. Shawty say she love it when I hit the block. Yeah, you know it's hella lit when Teo G up in the spot. Yeah, I can't talk to you if you ain't about none. I don't give a damn, show me that you bout some. Ballin' with a level, bitch, I'm all one. I don't do this any, but she told me that she want one. Yeah, hey, and I'm so damn high. Rolling up, bitch, I'm so damn fly. Yeah, taking shots all night. Take another, I'ma lose my mind. Yeah, got the sauce for real. Bitches by the bunch, got the sauce for real. Yeah, and I flossed the KO. 7 bottles like it was a pill.
Look, now we ballin'. So many bitches out of calling. Fuck all the problems, I would better like to do shots at a party. Yes, so am I. Shorty, we can do it all night. Show me what you got, and after I would like to do shots at a party. I would like to do shots at a party. Baby, come on, do shots at a party. Yeah, yeah.
Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat.
Transparency, yeah, that's all I see. Yeah, your celebrity where it needs to be. Yeah, all of these riches, yeah, they leave for me. Yeah, tranquility, yeah, that's all I need. Yeah, went to the store and I bought me a candle. Yeah. I'm pouring my heart on a trap instrumental. I went through some shit that fucked up my mental. I went to the school and bought me a kettle. I got me some scores that I gotta settle. Bitches, they love me, but none of that matters. They say that I'm famous, but none of that matters. Back to my life when they turn off the cameras. Shorty got asked, but they ask and get fatter. They wanna talk, I don't wanna catch up. I take my burger, no lettuce, just cheese. I heard the sauce, I heard the ketchup. I don't show love to any police. She's in pain, but she's on her knees. Just got a call, deliver it free. Guess that I'm shooting it free. This
isn't free. I got a fee, I with some G's. I spent some G's, this isn't cheap. My intuition can't push me to greed. Always awake, I never sleep. This is the grind, my fam gotta eat. They don't want no problems with me. I used to sit down at times to grieve. I used to serve up to Steve. It's 40 degrees and I'm bringing the heat. Landing a line might get me a piece. I'm not content, I'm not at peace. Look over my shoulder to see if I'm free. Circle my block many times before sleep. Copped a new bash, no receipts. I'm trying to make me a meal in a week, shit. I'm trying to make me some meals like a meek. 365, I'm deprived of my sleep. Money to make, money in heaps. Ganja to smoke, climbing like trees. Some are alive, some are diseased. Some ain't around, they're lost in a piece. Karma's a bitch, she's working for me. Yeah, Karma's my bitch, she working for me. Tranquility, yeah, it's all I need. Yeah, transparency, yeah, it's all I see. Yeah, Yosemite where it needs to be. Yeah, all of these riches, yeah, they need for me. Yeah, tranquility, yeah, it's all I need. Yeah, transparency, yeah, it's all I see. Yeah, Yosemite when it needs to be. Yeah, all of these bitches, yeah, they live for me. She give me faces, no focus. Tranquility, yeah, it's all I need. Face at the door, I straight transparency, yeah, it's all I see. Who risky back, cause I ain't Yosemite when it needs to be. Roll up a plate, I don't smoke down. All of these bitches, yeah, they live for me. Yeah, a ship is safe in a harbor, that's not what ships are for. Yeah, I never stay in trap with all on God. Every day I leave my house, yeah, I come out with a four. My little brother that shut up and spend, he might give him a four. Gave him before. Yeah, they were cool, yeah, they was just lost shit. I had some friends, yeah, they was all lost shit.
Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat, Earl on the beat.
Transparency, yeah, that's all I see. Yeah, Yosemite where it needs to be. Yeah, all of these riches, yeah, they live for me. Yeah, tranquility, yeah, that's all I need. Yeah, I went to the shop, went to the store and I bought me a candle. Yeah. I'm pouring my heart on a trap instrumental. I went through some shit that fucked up my mental. I went to the school and bought me a kettle. I got me some scores that I gotta settle. Bitches, they love me, but none of that matters. They say that I'm famous, but none of that matters. Back to my life when they turn off the cameras. Shorty got asked, but they ask and get fatter. They wanna talk, I don't wanna catch up. I take my bag and all the extra cheese. I heard the sauce, I heard the ketchup. I don't show love to any police. She's in pain, but she's on her knees. Just got a call, deliver it free. Guess that I'm shooting it free. This isn't free. I got a fee, I with some G's. I spent some G's, this isn't cheap. My intuition can't push me to greed. Always awake, I never sleep. This is the grind, my fam gotta eat. They don't want no problems with me. I used to sit down at times to grieve. I used to serve up to Steve. It's 40 degrees and I'm bringing the heat. Landing a line might get me a piece. I'm not content, I'm not at peace. Look over my shoulder to see if I'm free. Circle my block many times before sleep. Copped a new bash, no receipts. I'm trying to make me a meal in a week, shit. I'm trying to make me some meals like a meek. 365, I'm deprived of my sleep. Money to make, money in heaps. Ganja to smoke, climbing like trees. Some are alive, some are diseased. Some ain't around, they're lost in a piece. Karma's a bitch, she's working for me. Yeah, Karma's my bitch, she working for me. Tranquility, yeah, it's all I need. Yeah, transparency, yeah, it's all I see.
Find the best North African. North African food is like no other. The careful layering of different spices results in wonderfully aromatic dishes. One mouthful can really transport you to a completely different world. The best restaurants will mix gutsy flavours with rich, sweet and intricate combinations of spices to deliver dishes that will excite all the senses. I'm hoping tonight's contenders will show what this fantastic cuisine has to offer. Tonight, my two favourite North African restaurants will battle it out for a place in the semi-finals. From central London, it's Momo, a glamorous celebrity haunt as renowned for its vibrant atmosphere as its food.
We've got one more Michelin Zero, table 2. We've got a great team and a great feeling and great passion, and we're going to win it.
The Momo machine is taking on Azu from Hammersmith, West London, a small family-run restaurant loved by the locals.
Vas-y, t'as ton lame.
Voilà.
Yes, I think I am the best. I would love to see someone challenging me.
I predict a furious fight as 2 London restaurants take each other on in 3 extraordinary challenges. The first is every restaurant's worst nightmare. 30 hungry diners who will arrive and order all at the same time. First, they're heading for Momo, tucked away behind London's Regent Street. It's run by a very passionate northerner, Dave. He's been cooking since the age of 15, and he now heads up a brigade of 26 chefs. This restaurant's also been visited by some serious A-listers, from Madonna to Gwyneth Paltrow. And if they can look after those kind of customers, my diners today are in for a real treat. Hey, David.
Gordon, how are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Very good, very good.
So the secret success of Momo has been what?
We all work together as a team and we create an atmosphere and hopefully delicious food.
Jan. Opened 13 years ago, its excellent food, stylish surroundings and party atmosphere quickly established Momo as one of London's most fashionable restaurants.
As soon as you enter, it's like a theatre. You come in, you see the atmosphere, you see the decor, you see the buzz, you want to get involved. We get lots of film stars, lots of footballers, politicians, lots of, people want to go through the back door.
What I love most about Momo is you feel comfortable straight away, and the atmosphere is quite sexy.
I need 1 lamb tagine, no coriander, 3 minutes, chef.
37-year-old David has cooked in kitchens all over the world.
Cooking's been my life from the age of 14 and a half, 15.
I wait table 50, tagine lamb, sirloin steak, medium rare. Yes.
During his travels in Morocco, David fell in love with North African food.
I love the passion of Moroccan cuisine. I think it's great flavours. Everybody thinks Moroccan cuisine is couscous and tagine. It's vast.
Assisted for 7 years by French sous chef Philippe, David gives traditional recipes his own personal touch. It doesn't look like a creme brulee. That's delicious. Only a Yorkshireman would fucking fry a creme brulee. But it works. David, that's some of the best food I've tasted so far in this competition. Make sure that you give my diners the exact experience you've just delivered to me. Now, Momo is about to be put through its paces because my ravenous diners have arrived, all expecting food and service fit for London's glitterati.
Hello. Welcome to Momo.
And the service shouldn't pose a problem, as front-of-house manager Murad has a team of 9 waiters. This place deals with big numbers easily, so they can become a little bit complacent because there's only 30 diners coming in. And sometimes restaurants get bad reputations for just looking after the A-listers and forgetting the real customers. So first ticket on, yeah?
Order 1 scallop, 1 Michelin Zalouk, 1 fish a day, 2 momos medium. Yeah, oui.
As first orders arrive, head chef David directs his brigade like a conductor with an orchestra.
Don't start 14, don't start 6 here, please. Don't put all 9 past here at the same time, please. Oui, chef. Don't. More crispy, that past here. 2 minutes past here. Make sure the first 3 or 4 tables go fast and slow down.
There are 3 starters. Moroccan aubergine caviar with mixed peppers, wood pigeon pastilla, a delicate North African pie, and scallops with aubergine chutney and a fresh herb salsa. David's on fire, and the first starters are out within minutes. Any problems anywhere? Any?
Just felt really sort of rushed.
Rushed.
Yeah, really rushed. And it looks like we're about to get our main course already.
Damn. OK, well, let's hope the main courses don't come out as fast as the starters.
Yeah, because it would be nice to relax a bit.
It's the 2 ladies on the end here. Don't throw their main course out as quick. Hold it back a little bit. David is doing his best to control the flow of food.
Send table 1. And slow down on 14 and 6.
But it's front of house who need to pay service and make sure every table gets their food at the right time.
I've just told the team to slow down. Slow down, it's not a race.
Very good flavour combination. Light, cooked incredibly well. Yeah, very tasty. Absolutely delicious.
Some of my diners are less impressed. Gentlemen, the pigeon pastilla, how's that?
It's OK, it's a bit too dry and not enough pigeon.
Damn. Now, what was wrong with the pigeon?
It was just a bit too dry and just... Oh, I didn't like it.
Can you put one in for me?
OK. The pigeon pastilla is really authentic. You've got 3 layers. You've got like a onion compote, pigeon, and like scrambled eggs, and topped with almonds.
It's not dry. If anything, it needs a bit more pigeon in there. For mains, there's a choice of 3. Smoked lamb shank with couscous and spicy sausages, fish wrapped in vine leaves with white beans, and that North African staple, chicken tagine.
Now the chicken tagine.
Tagine, terracotta dish, of course, very traditional.
love the way you taste every tagine that's going out. He may be doing it every day, but you're still tasting it every time.
The kitchen is focused, while front of house look busy but don't seem coordinated.
David. Yep. 6 is a little bit impatient with the starters.
How long are we waiting?
Not long.
There are lots of waiters, but it doesn't seem like the managers are controlling service, and some of my diners have slipped through the net.
The starters obviously haven't arrived yet.
No. Everyone else is getting their main courses, so just wondering what's going on, because they're kind of hungry.
How long are we waiting?
About 25
minutes. Yeah, that's too long. How long for that big table of 6 there with their starters?
What's club table 6 come in about 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Just slowing it down so we not get everything at the way at the same time.
Yes, finding that balance. One table complaining it's too fast, one table complaining it's too slow. So you've got to just try to find that balance to who hasn't had their main courses.
You know, when you get 30 customers at once, you want to serve it like a party. It's very hard to pace yourself.
One thing they're not is short-staffed. They seem to have a manager for teaspoons, a manager for the bread, a manager for the lid, the couscous. So service should be impeccable today, so they should get that balance right. You can't serve a table 2 courses with 1 table nothing. That's bad management. And far too many chiefs in the dining room and not enough Indians. In fact, there's more managers in this dining room than there are grains of fucking couscous.
We'd definitely come again. We said that as soon as the main course came out, actually, that it's a lovely feel in here. We've been made to feel very comfortable.
It did take quite a while to come and to receive my food. I don't like waiting that long to be honest, but what we got was nice.
Lunch is over, but I'm disappointed that service was inconsistent for some of my diners.
Timing was all over the shop, and that was down to the suited and booted, the managers. Far too many managers, and a real lack of communication with the kitchen. And thank God David was on fire, because we had too many managers on the floor that couldn't spot who'd been served what. OK, big test, that one. You're used to big numbers, so 30 diners should have been a walk in the park. How did it go for you?
Went very well. I really enjoyed it, very well. Nice buzz.
A great buzz. Great atmosphere.
Yeah, great atmosphere.
My biggest concern today was the fact that there was one table next to the big table that had their starters and main courses, and the 6th top had nothing to eat. When somebody hasn't got food in front of them and they're eyeing up the table next door to them, they get jealous. We had 2 complaints. The pasty for the pigeon, if anything, maybe not so small in terms of dice so they can identify what they've got on their fork is a piece of pigeon. And you didn't sell enough desserts. I thought that was the best creme brulee I've ever tasted in a decade. Share the starter, but make sure you save room for that dessert. That's how good they are. Well done. Thank you. Excellent.
Thank you very much. It's nice to have feedback. And even if it's negative or not good feedback, it keeps you on your toes, dancing. We've got a great team and a great feeling and great passion, and we're going to win it. We're here to win.
It's the North African heat of my nationwide restaurant competition, and 30 hungry diners are about to descend on my second competitor.
Here in Hammersmith is one of the best-kept secrets in town. This is a zoo, a romantic, small North African restaurant run by a lovely husband and wife team, Chris and Chris. Now, although it's small, it's punching way above its weight, a serious contender to go all the way in this competition. Hello, Chris.
Gordon, good to see you.
Likewise, Madame. Good to see you too. Look how small this place is. Chris!
Hello.
This kitchen is the size of a cupboard. Look at it.
It is, it
Thank
is.
God you're small and thin and good-looking. Unbelievable. They're scary. What are they on there for?
That's the takeaway.
Oh, the takeaway, OK.
Former headmistress Chris and her chef husband Chris opened a zoo 11 years ago. They work 7 days a week, running this 35-cover restaurant with the help of just 5 other members of staff.
I've got Constantine Roman couscous, 2 large plates, please.
We give our all to this restaurant.
I do love working hard. I mean, you manage once a century to have sort of day off where you want to stand by, but you feel like guilty. Why am I away? And that guilt makes your day not a day off.
You cook every day, and it's a passion. It's never a job for you, is it?
Yes, it is.
What's the secret behind the success of your food?
My wife.
Your wife?
Chris.
I don't know what to do without her, to be honest. She's very, very good support and believes really in what I do. For that, I love you more.
Thank you.
Chris learned to cook authentic North African food at his grandmother's knee in Algeria.
This is the food of my childhood when I was living in Algeria.
When she was cooking, she's always, you know, having you next to her, and you see how she's doing it.
And it looks like he's still cooking with her pots too.
When was the last time you bought a new pan?
That's a good question.
What have you changed in 10 years in this kitchen?
Not much.
Where's the fridge?
I've got this one here.
Ah, OK.
All right.
Wow. OK, great.
Sardines and hummus.
They're delicious.
Merci.
Very rare you see sardines today. Everyone thinks it's a oily fish and no one wants it, but that is delicious. Wow. There's very few chefs that I know with a Michelin star that can cook like he can.
I'm very passionate about my food. I mean, it makes me happy.
Chris is such a perfectionist. He insists on overseeing everything that's cooked in his tiny kitchen.
Sorry for taking over.
No worries. Chris, like, even he wants to check everything from the scratch. Even I think I work with him 20 years, he's never gonna change.
I do strive to be the best.
Kuma.
I will carry on doing it till the end, because this is it. This is my life.
And his life's about to be turned upside down by my next challenge.
OK, my diner's going to be here in just under 5 minutes. Yeah. I'm going to be watching everything. I'll be in the kitchen, watching how you work, and I'll be in the dining room, scrutinising everything. Your reputation is legendary.
Merci.
Tonight, it's on the line.
Chris has just 2 hours to cook and serve 2 courses for 30 customers. Quite a pressure for a small restaurant, and the clock starts now.
Hello. Hello. Hope you enjoy your evening with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
3 fish tagine, 1 lamb.
Cod? Cod fish, yeah? Yeah.
It's quickly become clear that it's not just the kitchen that's stuck in a time warp.
Chris, so when you take the orders, there's no computers, it's all handwritten checks?
Yes.
And you much prefer that as opposed to the 21st century?
Well, it works. If it works, don't change it. What am I doing?
In a fluster, Chris has put the wrong table number on an order, and now a second order has come in for the same table.
On table 4, can you remember what he did?
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
How long, chef?
First error of the evening. That's done twice.
Don't worry, thank you.
Do you prefer this by handwritten like that? Is it easy for you?
I got used to it.
But if they 2 tables of 4 is confusing, right?
Yes, it is.
If you had a computer, you wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah, no, that was my fault. I shouldn't have done it, yeah.
He's your husband.
Yes, I know.
He's your head chef. He's your toy boy. Look after him.
There is a choice of 3 starters: marinated sardines with spicy sauce, grilled pepper salad with merguez sausages,
Now, la brique.
and a brick, a Tunisian speciality pastry filled with tuna, potato, and a soft egg, then deep fried.
Chris, wait. These have been here for 2 minutes. The egg yolk is runny, and I want them to experience their dining. What table number?
Table 15 away.
Service, please. Jesus.
Enjoying the brick? You're welcome.
So the secret, when you cut in, is that egg yolk should sort of run all over the tuna.
There it is.
Wow.
Yeah?
Really, really good.
Not too spicy, not too sweet. Really well balanced.
Okay.
With the starters over, Chris has 30 complex mains to cook on his tiny stove. There are 3 choices of tagine.
Go. Go, 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 go.
Cod with king prawns and seafood, chicken with olives and preserved lemons, or lamb in a spicy sauce handed down from his grandmother.
I'm ready.
Although he's got a sous chef and 2 others to help him, just as I thought, perfectionist Chris wants to do everything himself.
Okay, thank you. I'll do that. Don't worry.
If he carries on like this, food will be delayed.
Popo, I need 2 couscous.
2 couscous.
2 couscous. Now, why don't you do the couscous? Do you know what I mean?
The couscous.
Yeah, but he's doing everything.
3 fish, yeah?
What's he doing in your section now?
It's just in the plates.
Can't you dress the plates? You've got the one working there, pans everywhere. 1, 2, 3 of you do nothing.
Yeah, he's the chef. He doesn't want to.
C'est bon, monsieur.
C'est bon, monsieur. Okay?
Allez.
Allez. It's the only way I can watch you cook.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, bien sûr.
Yeah, through the bars. There's more space out here than there is in there. You've got to take some of the responsibility away from him.
Oh, come on.
Right. It's incredible. I mean, I thought I was a control freak. Chris takes it to a completely different level, and he just cannot delegate. You're a control freak.
Well, I'm not a control freak, but...
But you're doing everything.
No, well.
No, well. I just want him to open up and talk. The danger of one person.
Is it for fish tagine finger bowl including?
Oh, fuck me. I'm sure you can get your own finger bowl. Do you need them to get you a finger bowl? You do, yeah? 1 finger bowl, please, for the fish tagine.
This is getting ridiculous. Front of house should be helping the kitchen, not hindering.
Finger bowl. Oh, jeez. It's potentially catastrophic because he's so used to that one-man band, top of the tube station again. You have the drums, the guitar, the organ in the mouth, and he's just playing everything, and everyone's running around him crazy. Now he pushes him off his bench and goes in there and chops the peppers. And he's got about 12 things going on the stove. I mean, the guy's a freak. You can see him, can't you? Organising his own funeral, jumping in the coffin and saying goodbye to everyone, saying the prayer at the end. Closing the lid. Merci, au revoir. Bowl.
Thank you very much.
Finger bowl, thank you. Don't bother the kitchen for nothing. Excellent. Coming up to it, halfway there, and he won't offload.
To go in and tell him to do something else. He's got his concentration. I think we need to keep his concentration.
But why is he paying all those members of staff and he's doing everything on his shoulders?
Chris not letting his brigade near the stove means some customers are still waiting for their mains.
It's been a while now.
Yeah, 25 minutes, I'd say.
This guy won't accept help from anyone. I've got to get through to him somehow.
Can you start talking to your brigade?
Oh, wait. OK, guys. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, come on.
Hi.
Come on, let's go, show.
Ali, let's get on with it. I've got the fish.
You've got everything.
Voilà.
Chris, last table.
Yeah.
Look at me for 2 seconds.
Voilà.
Is there any chance that you can stand over here and let your sous chef, your second chef and your third chef cook the last table? Go outside and take some fresh air. Just out there. Just 2 minutes. You come over here and you go and get some fresh air. Out! Out! Right. Let them do it.
OK.
Just the last table.
I'll kill you guys if you don't do it properly.
You're going to be dead in 2 weeks if you continue like this. Let it go! OK, last table. How long, Lizzie?
3 minutes.
Come on, guys. Give one more.
Leave him alone.
Ah!
He's fine.
That's something I have to work on. But, you know, when you love cooking, that's what you do.
Fish.
It's delicious.
Really, really good.
Very tender, very savoury. Mint really comes through. Full of flavour, a little bit of spice. Really nice.
The food's wonderful. The place has got so much charm, so much character. Such a great welcome. We feel at home here. It's a family-run place and we love it. Really good.
Service is over and my diners are leaving happy.
OK. Right, first of all, service, unique. Ladies, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, even down to the handwritten tickets. OK, the first ticket went in, second ticket, 2 tables of 4, doesn't matter. And as for the kitchen... Oh, where do I start with you? Food is delicious, sublime, just amazing. My biggest problem is you. I want thousands more customers to enjoy your food, but you won't be around if you don't open up and delegate.
OK. I will.
You'll be surprised at what it does.
Merci.
Well done. Seriously, well done. Really good.
Thank you.
Talk!
Well done, chef. Well done. Well done, chef. Well done.
What was good for me is realizing that I must delegate.
You take it on board. Yeah.
Put it this way, I will take more break.
Guy's a genius. He cooks like an angel. He hasn't got all the fixtures and fittings and the posh address, but what he has got is an amazing palate. And for me, somebody to watch very closely. For Azu and Momo, my coach trip was like being hit by a hurricane. However, they both came through and they're still standing strong. Now, I've invited them to my office to meet up.
With the help of secret diners, I've uncovered how these restaurants perform when they think I'm not around. I sent top food critic Simon Davis to Momo undercover, hoping they'd improved on their service problems.
After I left Momo, I sent in my secret diners. And they filmed your restaurant undercover. This is what happened.
Hi there, I'm very well. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Good.
What's your name?
Duncan.
Duncan.
We need to be out of here in about an hour and a half or something.
Sorry, my English is so...
English not
Just, I called someone.
your English is good. Thanks.
better.
A little bit better. It's good. Let's go for the wood pigeon and the prawns, and then we'll have, I think, a tagine. So we've seen 2 of the waiters now.
Are you ready for the main course?
Sorry?
Are you ready for the main course?
I want at the same time.
No, I mean, are you ready to order the main course?
We've ordered already.
Oh, you've ready?
Yeah.
Ordered, sorry.
Yeah, we're good.
Sometimes we get overwhelmed and we just like to help each other.
Yeah.
But of course, obviously here, lack of communication.
Yeah, but if somebody's in a rush, that gets set across the board to everybody, doesn't it, in terms of...
Ah.
The pastilla?
Pastilla. Here. I don't think it looks wildly appetising. It looks a little bit dry. The wood pigeon's been minced to such a degree you can't really distinguish it from any other meat. In my opinion, I think mincing up the wood pigeon is an error. They didn't mince out that little piece of wood pigeon. Shouldn't leave bones in it. Annoying. It's also bloody dangerous.
Bone?
Yeah, it's one of the things where...
Clumsy?
Yeah, but to be honest with you, it does happen ever so often, but it's just care and attention.
Could I have a little side order of tabbouleh?
Tabbouleh?
Yeah, just a little bit of tabbouleh.
We have, yes.
It was almost as if he was too busy to deal with us.
Oh.
No, I wanted... I've got some of that. Is that some harissa? No, I wanted a little bowl of tabbouleh.
Tabbouleh?
Yeah. But it is a bit perplexing. We've had 2 occasions now where they've been a mistake because they're not communicating with each other. Excuse me. I ordered some tabbouleh. I wondered if it was coming. To be honest with you, I'm now confused about what I've told which waiter. That's my tabbouleh.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the tabbouleh's arrived, but it was a good 10 minutes, and I had to ask 2 different waiters, and it got delivered by a 3rd.
Fragmented service, as opposed to 2 waiters looking after that. They've been interrupted 4 or 5 times with 5 different waiters.
It's a busy restaurant and, you know, you've got to... Nobody's took control. There's no excuse.
They haven't filled our water up since we arrived. I'm just going to leave that there. It's in a very prominent position. We'll just see if they fill it up. Could I have a little more water? It's over an hour since I had any water, and now I've asked for some, and it still hasn't come. Excuse me? Can I have some water? Ah, the water. Just because it's a Moroccan restaurant doesn't mean we have the water retention ability of a camel.
Exactly.
Oh, we've been waiting an hour for water.
They shouldn't be waiting that long for water.
Definitely not. I mean, for me, to watch that, it's very, you know, disappointing. He's met so many waiters, and none of them noticed that the water glass, they were empty.
But you are somewhat overstaffed with bodies there. When you've had the 8th, the 9th, the 10th waiter hit the table, you feel a bit sort of, Jesus, you know, I'm just, you know, on a conveyor belt here and just being passed along to the next person.
There's a restaurant that can transport you to another place. You can eat good food, perfectly good food. You can have fun here. And if going out and eating out in restaurants is about having fun and excitement and sharing that with your friends, then this ticks a lot of boxes.
The food's good. Bloody good. A few areas of tightening up. Service needs to come together. Glamorous, great, attentive individuals, but they need to play as a team. And then when the team's all singing off that hymn sheet, you've got one amazing restaurant.
It's good to get constructive criticism. We go back and we sort it out. That's what we get paid for. Sometimes honesty hurts the most, but you just get back up again. Get more stronger.
It's the North African heat of my best restaurant competition, and charming family-run Zoo from West London are going head-to-head with Central London celebrity giant Momo.
Don't start 14, don't start 6 year, please.
Leave him alone! Ah, he's fine!
Now it's the turn of Zoo to hear some difficult home truths, thanks to my undercover secret diner. Food and recipe writer Sarah Durden-Robertson has travelled in North Africa and sampled their cuisine firsthand. Zoo will have to be on top form to impress her.
What I'd like to tell you is that you've actually been tested twice.
Have we? That's news.
My undercover team
Oui.
went to your restaurant.
Oh, gosh.
And this is what happened.
Hello. Table for two, Duncan. Yes, please. Thank you. Maybe, well, maybe the sardines and the olives, I think. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi. Do you know what? Could I swap two of those? And
It must be already now.
sorry?
It must be cooked now.
Oh, could I have the prawns though instead and the burek?
I don't know if the chef will ask the chef. I don't know.
Okay, if you could ask.
Okay. If the customer changes their mind, that's their prerogative because they're paying. Right. And we have to show that level of flexibility.
Sorry, he said it's already done.
It's what's already done?
The sardines and the baganou, she's already done.
Gosh, that was very quick. Okay, well, could I still? Do you mind if I still change?
Change what?
So I'd like to not have the sardines.
Well, sardines is already done.
Okay, but could I order something else? What? As an extra order, then, could I just have the burek?
Yes.
Rule number one, never humiliate a customer.
Yeah.
And already she's been made to feel vulnerable, awkward and very silly.
Yeah.
All because she just wanted to change her dish.
Hello, yes. I'm sorry, this is just a bit too spicy for me.
That is in the menu. It's spicy hot.
Yes, I know, and he did say.
Yes.
But I thought it's actually just too spicy for me.
I'll give you another one, but I charge you for this one.
Okay.
That's no problem.
Yeah.
Wrong. When customers arrive in your restaurant for the very first time and they make a mistake on their order, we have to be prepared to change. You want the customers to come back, right? Watch what happens next.
This one, as takeaway, maybe he can have it tomorrow or something.
Oh, that's really kind. Thank you. Yes, because I've hardly touched it. You're very good.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Lucky you. That's one. Thanks.
No, that's incredibly quick. How did you do that?
Well, you have to do it with him, eating the same time. So I just had to speed the process.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
This is absolutely delicious. I have been to Marrakesh. Some of the best food I've ever had. And this takes me right back.
So, you pulled it back in a very charming way. And look at the difference in what happened when we changed that dish.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love this place. Chris is amazing, so charming. Your customers are in love with you and your food, okay? And if you want to charge them, ring me up and I'll pay for the fucking dish, okay?
I've got a good team. I trust my team. I believe in my team. And that did happen. It won't happen again, and that's it. Now let's see what's coming ahead.
Azu and Momo, I found my test really tough, but honestly, I do admire their fighting spirit. Now it's time for the final challenge, as both teams cross London to come and cook in my flagship restaurant, and this is the very last chance they've got to shine.
The test is to create one mind-blown dish worthy of my Michelin-starred restaurant. I want them to really push themselves and cook like they've never done before. Only one restaurant can go through to the semi-finals.
This is what dreams are made of. A farmer's boy. I mean, my dad was a butcher, so this is you know, to make them proud as well. I want to win. I really want to win.
Being in Ramsey's restaurant, it's an honor, and I'm very, very happy. I think I'm not going to disappoint him tonight. It is a very, very important day.
Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Right, you're in this competition because both your restaurants are unique. The excitement behind the North African cuisine and what it can deliver in textures, flavors, spice is mind-blowing. This is the dish of your life. Right. Because this is what's going to catapult one of you into the semi-final. Make sure it's you. Good luck.
I've asked them to come up with one exquisite dish featuring lamb, a star ingredient of North African cuisine.
On one side with the zoo, you've got traditional, and on the other side, with Momo, you've got this new wave, a light style of North African cuisine, and completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
To help me choose who's best, both teams' creations will be served to highly distinguished guests, including Elsie Owusu, Director of the Royal African Society, Labi Ramiki, Head of Culture and Press at the Moroccan Embassy, and distinguished Moroccan chef and restaurateur Joseph Balilti. The front of house teams from both restaurants are also dining here today.
David is an excellent chef. I know everything's going to be delicious.
It's like a holiday cooking for 20. I'm usually cooking for 200. So it should technically be a walk in the park.
It's an enormous challenge, but I think he will cope very well.
Sugar. Hummus, where is the hummus? Gotta have a tray, I mean, for God's sake.
My one big concern today with Azu is he's been so used to cooking in his little bolt hole. It's a completely...
Chris is cooking a traditional spicy lamb tagine served with couscous, but he's not stopping there.
I asked you to cook a stunning lamb dish. You've gone that extra mile and you made
What?
The authentic semolina wrapped in spinach and deep fried in tempura batter.
I want to do something else in North African food. I want to show the next level, the next dimension we can go. Lamb's liver tempura.
And you're wrapping the liver in?
Yeah, some spinach. We're wrapping the spinach and we deep fry it. Hopefully it's about 51 seconds.
Yeah.
We timed it last time.
Christ, so you really are pushing the boat out in a big way. This is incredible. He's pushing the boundary out with the lamb's liver, which is not everyone's cup of tea. I just hope in an hour's time that doesn't come back to bite him on the arse. Give me an estimated time for 4 tagine.
5 minutes max, chef.
If there's ever a night to work as a team, this is it. But as the pressure builds, Chris is up to his old tricks.
No, just make it ready for me.
I'll show you first.
No, open.
He's such a control freak.
Wait, I'll check.
He can't stop, and he can't help himself. He wants to do everything.
No.
You don't touch the plates. Yep, OK.
Azu's first dishes hit the pass within minutes.
Jesus. God, that was quick. OK, service, please. First table coming now, Rob. Let's go. Azu.
Yes, chef.
4 covers table 6.
Pass.
Chris.
Yes, chef.
It's dinner, yeah? Take your time, yes?
Bad problem, chef.
Service, please. Let's go. Chris is cooking faster than fucking Usain Bolt runs. He's just totally focused, refuses to talk to me, and his head is steeped right in that couscous.
And 4 tagine, here we are.
Thank you. Let's go.
Amazing, really. The bread is like, I remember my grandmother. It's very nice. That's heaven.
Tastes too amazing. Yeah, I'm very proud of him.
The sauce was too much sauce for me.
Ready?
For my taste, yeah.
Drowned.
Yeah.
Chef David's modern take on North African cuisine is a lot more sophisticated.
7 up, chef.
Yeah, good.
The 5 elements to his dish require delicate timing, and sous chef Philip is getting ahead of himself.
Chef, no, don't slice too soon. Not ready. Not ready, chef. Not ready. Don't go.
Yeah?
I'll give you 90 seconds before I want the lamb.
Come on, listen to David.
Philip, slow down, please.
Don't slice that lamb too early.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when David gives you the call, yeah, I want that juice, yeah, in amongst that couscous. Not left on the board, yes?
Yeah.
Please. And you know, Philip, you can leave it resting here. Leave it fat side down like that.
Yeah.
And all it's going to do is render and stay nice and warm. See what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah?
Yes.
Slow that one down, chef.
Yeah.
Chef, slow that one down.
Yes.
At this stage in the competition, David can't afford to make mistakes.
Philip?
Yeah.
1 more aubergine. One's not good. 2 more aubergine. Go on, waiting.
Yes, chef.
To get every dish perfect, Momo need to pull together as a team.
Couscous. Yes, chef.
Come on, Philip, give me a hand dressing as well, please, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, like a proper teamwork. Good. In the middle, so you can work off both trays. There you go.
Put the lamb on.
Yes.
Ah, fuck.
And they've pulled it off.
David, they look fantastic. Very nice. Beautiful colours. OK, service, please.
Trays up, please.
Table 2, please, yes?
Fantastically ornate looking food. Let's see.
Very nice.
It's just that musty, smoky feel. It's something a bit different.
We kind of all agreed that liver's not our favourite thing on the list, but the way he executed it was excellent.
It melts in your mouth.
The flavours aren't quite as complex.
The liver is a little bit overcooked.
It's a bit dry.
It is, yes.
The last of Chris's exquisite tagines are flying out of the kitchen.
Take.
He has just one table to serve.
Here we are.
Next, chef. That smells amazing. Delicious.
Thank you.
That was fast. It was good. Next. Yeah, breathe, take some fresh air. Last table, David, yeah? Lovely. Well done.
Let's go, chef.
Well done, well done.
Service is over, and it's time to find out what my distinguished guests think about these two extraordinary dishes, starting with Azu.
Right, how was your lamb shank?
The lamb shank was my favourite. As
Really?
soon as I experienced that sauce, I knew that was it.
Yeah, authentic and delicious.
I just enjoyed it for what it was. Very simple, perfectly blended. I dipped the bread in, first mouthful. Oh.
I like them both, but I
Right.
thought the Momo dish was fresh, it was beautifully presented, it was just altogether delightful.
I prefer the Azu dish. You could just imagine yourself being in the old souk.
Definitely I preferred, Momo's dish because the meat was very well cooked. I'm used to Moroccan cuisine because I'm Moroccan myself, so it is really a sort of a nouvelle cuisine.
The tempura liver, I was not expecting it to be quite as mouth-wateringly sort of melt on the tongue as it was. It was really, really delicious.
I loved the Azu dish. I adored the flavours. They were so powerful. I wanted more.
My diner's comments confirm the brilliance of the food served here by both Azu and Momo.
I think the dish went extremely well. I tasted it. I'm very happy with it.
I'm happy, but, you know, there's always room for improvement. But what made me proud is we've come together. I'm really proud. Thank you, chef.
Both these teams of amazing chefs have approached North African cuisine in very different ways.
Let's see if the traditional is going to beat the modern. Let's hope the traditional is better.
Now I have an incredibly difficult decision to make because only one restaurant can go through to the semi-finals. My two top North African contenders, Momo and Azu, both from London, have thrown everything at the final challenge. They are both outstanding restaurants, but over the course of my 3 tests, they've both made mistakes. I'm about to tell one of them they've cooked in this competition for the last time. To help me make my choice, I need to taste both dishes, starting with David's from Momo.
It looks modern, 21st century and stunning. Very pretty, almost too pretty for North African cuisine. Lamb's delicious. I mean, really delicious. Delicate, cooked beautifully. Liver, difficult one to get right. Not only that, but it's tempuraed, and you don't think of sort of fried liver with North African cuisine. However, the combination, baba ganoush and the barley couscous works brilliantly well. I've got an issue with the liver. However, the lamb is cooked perfectly, and it's a loiner lamb, so it's been shown respect. Authentic, classic, untouched. Meat falling off the bone. That's delicious. I mean, really delicious. Lamb is just melting in your mouth. It needs to be a little bit more trimmed, excess fat removed. However, sauce is incredible. You can see there's 30 years of experience into that because it's just packed full of flavour. This is such an amazing contrast. And Momo's interpretation is modern, fresh, fragrant, delivers a big punch, uncertain about the liver. Everything else, it is delicious. Azu's is rich, authentic, and just steeped with passion, like him. And right now, I'm stuck. Do I go forward with the modernisation of North African cuisine, or do I stay in the history of something classically done? It's too tight to call.
Two fantastic North African restaurants, but only one can win a place in the semi-final.
Right. What I saw today was 2 completely different dishes, but done with pride, history, and innovation. Azu, you stuck to your roots. I think you're back in Algeria.
Yes, chef.
And you were back with your mother and your grandma, and you were there.
Yes, chef.
I could identify the authenticity, the classic style, and the richness of that. Beautiful. David, it's very rare to find a British chef cooking out of his comfort zone, but tonight you came and you moved the goalposts. You modernised North African cuisine, and it was done with flair, which I didn't expect you to do. However, this round is not won on a single dish. Just think of the journey so far in this competition. Go back to the coachload of diners, turning up all at the same time. The pressure of serving all those guests in under 2 hours was a nightmare. Then, all of a sudden, you can let your hair down and let's get back to cooking. And then you've been secretly filmed. Both restaurants came through that test, and they both had their highs and they both had their lows. Listening to the diners, tasting both dishes, based on everything we've done in this competition, the restaurant going through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to Azu.
Yes.
David, don't stop that level of pushing to the extreme. Well done.
Thank you, chef.
Well done.
I'm gutted at the moment. I'm gutted. I've got a lot of fight left in me. Give me a chance. I'll do it again.
Congratulations. Yeah?
Very, very proud.
So pleased, because it means such a lot.
I'm sorry to see Momo go. David is a brave and passionate chef who is pushing the boundaries of North African cuisine. But Azu are a truly fabulous restaurant, and I can't wait to go back there. That's why they've gone through.
Right now, this competition is only going to get tougher, and I hope they don't let me down.
Britain's rental market is at breaking point.
Give me home, please.
With not enough homes to go round, soaring rents,
Oh my God.
squalid, overcrowded conditions,
Little swines.
spiralling property fraud.
They're crooks, they're running a scam.
When am I going to get my money?
Bedsits to mansions,
We're just trying to see when you're leaving our property.
Carnage. Utter carnage.
squats to drug farms.
It's a frigging full room.
Hang on a minute, lads, who are you? I've got a situation. I need police assistance.
This is Nightmare Tenants, Slum Landlords.
We've scheduled an inspection on the property this afternoon. Because we've got a bit of arrears, we're a bit unsure about the whereabouts of the tenant.
Letting agent Paul Ainsworth-Lord has over 800 properties on his books in one of Britain's most deprived areas, which means every so often he's faced with difficult tenants.
We're not really sure what the state of play is, so it's a bit of a fact-finding mission as well as an inspection.
Today, Paul is chasing one of his tenants, Lee Cox, who hasn't paid his rent for 4 months.
We've been trying to get hold of Lee for a good while. Someone's changed the lock. Tenants, when they go quiet, there's a few alarm bells ring.
I'll just get my step ladders to go around back.
Fearing Lee may have abandoned the property, Paul decides to check out the rear garden.
Because we've got a changed lock on the front door, quite often they don't change the back door. So the good old telescopic ladders come in handy on this job.
Nowadays, I think it's a complete
scam.
When am I going to get my money?
Bedsits to mansions.
You can't touch me!
Squats to drug farms.
It's a frigging full room. The deal is, you have the house, you pay the rent. What bit don't you get?
Let's get that camera up, Mike. Yeah.
This is Nightmare Tenants, Slum Landlords. With the rise of internet shopping, Britain's high streets are facing a downturn, meaning many former commercial properties are being turned into private rental accommodation.
We've got suspected overcrowded rooms above a pub. And the pub was closed down a while ago, but we've had reports of a lot of people sleeping there.
It's the job of council enforcement officers, Micaiah Angus and Andrew Sedman, to ensure any new conversions on their patch are up to scratch.
Planners went in there in October and they were not happy with what they saw. We're going in with the police because the police are not impressed with the conditions either. We've got a warrant, I'm going to stick it up. We are coming in, London Borough of Harrow.
Absolute state, this place. You can see from outside there's a lot of problems.
I noticed that every single window had white curtain or white sheet pulled across it, so you can't see in, no one can see out. It's all a bit weird. That's never a good sign.
Hold that, please.
Harrow Council, can you come to the door, please?
We've got a warrant, we're going in regardless.
They're not volunteering their services to let us in, so we will let ourselves in. Locksmith time. Often we do have problems getting into places, particularly if they've got something to hide, so in this case, we're going to find exactly what's going on. It's like Fort Knox.
Our locksmith is normally through a door in less than 5 minutes. We were there an hour chipping away at this one.
We're in.
Police!
Another door.
Once inside, police find a second door. This one leads to the upper floors and is also sealed shut.
There's something definitely being hidden in here. There's a lot of power going in here. What's all the power for?
Hey, boys.
Police! Police! Bags of compost.
Oh my God.
It seems to be. These bags of compost. Police! Go, go, go.
I can smell that. Looks like a drugs factory.
Oh my God.
This ain't good.
Police!
Damn. Oh Lord, look at all that. Oh my God, this place could go up.
They had all the water systems in place, the ventilation systems. Absolutely no denying that this is a proper operation here. This is a weed farm we found.
Loads of plants. I mean, there's about 16 rooms in the house. 8 of them at the minute have cannabis in them. There's another 4 that would have had recently had it in there, but that's been since harvested. I imagine they've been here for quite a while already. Enough so that they've, well, set up home almost.
As well as the marijuana plants, it looks like this is someone's home.
This is a crime scene, but As far as I'm concerned, it's still an HMO.
That does seem to be more a general thing that people, when they're trafficked, that's part of the deal, is that they come and run these houses to pay for their crossing. You know, they just have to keep going until the debt's done, or they get arrested.
As always in a lot of these cases where there's illegal money making going on, there's exploitation as well. You will get people that are at the very bottom of it, but they're the ones we're looking out for. They're the ones that need protecting.
You've got a kitchen, you've got vegetables being chopped, you've got a cooker here, and then you've got a toilet. It's actually freaking me out a bit, to be fair.
These guys had actually gone out into the ground at the rear of the property and dug into the national grid and hooked up the electrics from there. And those electrics, I've never seen anything like it. It was so bad, that place could have gone up in smoke.
The electrics are so dangerous that Andrew and Micaiah had to temporarily leave the property.
Never seen such ridiculous electrics before.
Once the police seize their evidence and the building is made safe, housing officers go back to the empty pub. They board up the doors to stop the drug farmers returning. Across the UK, 2/3 of people have experienced problems with noisy neighbours. In extreme cases, leading to serious conflict.
I write to inform you that as the agent, we are investigating claims of antisocial behaviour for banging, shouting and loud music from your tenant. Have a guess where this is from.
Danny and Simon on Main Street.
Yes.
Oh, you're kidding.
In Lancashire, letting agents Paul and Deborah Ainsworth-Lord have been alerted to a spate of antisocial behaviour at one of the 800 properties they manage.
These lads seem to think it's okay to party at night, to play the music loud and then upset the neighbours. I've had rumours that one of the lads has got a bit of an anger issue. I believe the police has been involved as well, so it's not good. Is it Joyce?
Yeah.
Hey, Joyce, I'm Paul from Ainsworth-Lord Estates.
Hello.
Now, I understand you've got complaints about the neighbours that you've got here, the tenants we put in next door.
The music is terrible, but a few weeks ago it started at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. And it was bouncing off the walls. And I mean, it was really loud, I couldn't even hear me telly. Tried knocking on the door, no answer, they couldn't hear me. Anyway, I went to work at 10 o'clock. I come home at 6 o'clock and it was banging.
So you came home at 6 in the morning?
And the music was still bouncing.
And it's still banging?
Yeah.
Have you got a couple of minutes just to have a chat with me?
The music was blasting, and the smell of cannabis was coming into my home, and I've got children, I didn't want that.
You can't help yourself but make excuses sometimes, thinking a few mates round, housewarming, maybe it's just a storm in a teacup. Unfortunately, that storm didn't pass.
Next, in Darwin.
I'm serious, get that camera out my fucking face.
In central London.
Who does Zed give the money to?
He's not been giving it to anyone.
And in East London.
I'm ashamed that I ever laid eyes on you. I'm ashamed that you're even part of the family.
Letting agent Paul Ainsworth-Lord is visiting one of the properties he manages, where the neighbours have been complaining about persistent antisocial behaviour.
The friggin' hell. Bust the door. Touch me head in. You right, Danny?
Yeah, go on.
You expecting me, yeah?
Yeah.
Only one of the tenants, Danny, is in.
Will you be going in my bedroom?
It just needs to be a quick look.
Yeah,
that's all,
by
right?
all means,
It's
yeah, you
nothing.
can have a look in it, yeah.
Just a basic inspection. It's just a quick look around, basically. That's what it is, really. What's with these holes in doors?
On the holes, Simon, he's going to be filling them and sorting them out. They're meant to do with me.
Well, what did the door do to him?
He has got really bad anger.
So you bust that one and you got 2 damages to the bathroom. We could go back to old-fashioned ways, it would be a lot easier, isn't it? You know, you can remember the old Bobby. He used to give you a crack round back of head and you never did go home and tell your parents because you'd have got another crack, wouldn't you? These days, you say boo to them and they go scragging to their parents and then they come scragging at you. What's all this dog muck?
Oh, I had my dad's dog for about a week, so obviously I need to go out clean by your life.
It's a bit the same with tenants, really. You've got to be very careful how you approach it. You've got kids, haven't you?
Yeah.
Get it cleaned up, man.
Yeah, I know.
Get a bottle of bleach, disinfectant, and get it washed up. Have you papered the chimney breast?
Yeah.
You've not matched it up very well.
No, I didn't actually match it because I didn't like it matched.
No, you haven't matched it, you're right. Can't have that. Now, I need to talk to you about the complaints we've been getting from neighbours.
Yeah. I spoke to the neighbour about 3 days ago and I asked him about music. He said, yeah, thanks, pal.
Everything's all right?
Everything's all good if you can knock on yourself.
And what about this one? Because we got complaints from them both.
I've apologised to her, but I've not actually heard it.
OK.
But I heard her music blasting Celine Dion the other morning.
What I need from you and Simon, whenever he's here, you just basically look after the house, get these jobs, you need to get these repairs done. I'm still concerned about the neighbours. OK.
Yeah, that's great.
Right, I'll leave you to it. OK, fella.
Yeah, cheers.
See ya. Cheers. You know, there's rules in society, aren't there, that you don't upset your neighbours, you've got to get on with your neighbours. You've got to observe them rules. But I need to go back to the office, digest it all, sleep on it type of thing.
With many on the street complaining, Paul must now decide whether to risk letting Danny stay in the property. One in 5 of the UK's population live in private rented accommodation. In popular areas, landlords should be able to pick and choose who they let to. But not every tenant turns out to be what they claim. Today, eviction expert Paul Champlina is meeting landlord Han Yip, who is owed 9 months' rent for his Belgravia flat.
It's been a complete and utter nightmare. So we're now going to go and meet the landlords and get some answers as to where's the money. I never know what to expect, if I'm going to get any dialogue, whether the tenant's going to speak to me, or even in fact they answer the door.
Paul and Han plan to serve notice on the tenant, Zayad, and attempt to recuperate some of the £18,000 rent arrears.
OK, so look, the plan of action is we're going to go try and get access into the property, knock on the door and speak to them. I want to engage and say, well, why haven't you been paying the rent? And when you're planning to leave the property, OK, because you are going to be evicted.
Right, sounds like a plan.
Let's go.
Sounds good. I was getting no response from the tenant. He was just purely belligerent and uncooperative. And it turns out that more uncooperative you are, the longer you get to stay in a property.
It's one with the black door?
No.
Oh, the communal door. Right, OK. I noticed that Han Yip's constructed a really reputable letting agent and did a full reference on this tenant. But tenants can trick their way into a property.
There we are.
Hi. Yeah, hi. It's I'm from the landlord. My name is Paul from Landlord Action. Is Zayed there, please? He doesn't live here. Well, who are you? Because you shouldn't be living there. Have you been subletting from him? Hi.
Hello.
Morning. Hi there.
Yeah, we're renting.
You're renting? All right, so this is the landlord.
So you're renting from Ziad?
Yeah.
Landlord owes £14,000 in rental arrears.
8 o'clock in the morning. You haven't had our permission, excuse me.
We don't need permission. We're here for the landlord. I'm happy to speak to you through the door, not a problem, because obviously you appear to be the innocent party in this, along with our landlord. OK, that's fine.
Wait. So wait. With the washing machine and everything that was fixed.
I fixed that.
You fixed that?
Yeah.
When we knocked on the door, certainly Han was really surprised seeing all these strangers in his property, and of course they were subletting.
They need to know that they're going to be evicted.
No, yeah, I mean, look, what's just so you know where we're at, Zayed owes over £14,000 in rent, okay, and we've now applied for a county court bailiff to set down an eviction date, yeah? I'm going to serve a copy of the court order. So Han's been the landlord here for 10 years. He's owned this flat for 10 years.
Who does that give the money to?
He's not been giving it to anyone.
He's been keeping the money and not passing it on.
I want to know legally what's going to happen. Do we need to leave the apartment? I want to know now,
No,
please.
you won't need to leave right now. What happened is there will be an eviction date.
Okay.
Might happen within 4 weeks, possibly. So what I'm saying is you don't have to be out today. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And it must be a big shock for you, I understand that. But just don't pay him any more rent.
Yeah,
Whatever you do.
How did you find the flat?
Spare room, all of us.
It's on spareroom.com.
Right.
Yeah.
This happens all the time.
Really?
I see it all the time. There's so much subletting going on. It's a big problem. And then innocent people like you get caught up in it. It is absolutely rife in London, and there's so many scammers that are trying to pick opportunities. Rents are sky high. There's plenty of victims out there. When you are going to rent in the future, do a land registry search, and it will tell you the name of the owner. And it should match up with the name of the person on the tenancy agreement.
Okay,
Best thing
yeah.
to do. All right?
Okay.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
well, very sorry.
No problem at all. Okay, keep in touch.
Okay. Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Seeing the situation with the subtenants, I realised he was raking in almost £3,000 a month without paying me any of that. It made me determined to track him down.
He's not picking up. They could be paying £1,000 to maybe £1,200 a month each, and he's not paying you, and he's been doing that for the last 8 months, right? That's 24 grand. Wow, this must make your blood boil.
Well, I'm very frustrated and very angry, yeah.
The spiralling cost of accommodation in the UK is forcing many people to move in with relatives. But when property disputes collide with family feuds, the results can be ugly.
He's just put our lives in misery because he just won't leave. So we're having to spend money and go to court. We don't speak. I can't go to the house. It's awful.
Today, council worker Sade Adamoy and her partner Richard are heading to court in an attempt to evict her second cousin Kirk from her late mother's house.
He asked whether he could stay for a short period of time, and it was agreed a mere £30 a week, and that's what Kirk was paying, because it was never meant to be a long-term arrangement.
In 2013, Kirk rented a room on the cheap from Sade's mum. She died over 2 years ago, but he's still there.
We gave Kirk notice. This was in February of 2016.
I think he's just doing it to be annoying. He's just because he can.
He's just winding us up.
Absolutely, because he's got it very good there.
It's far from a cut and dry case. There are no rent arrears, and Kirk has shown up to defend himself.
No respect for my mother. My mother took you in. £30. £30 a week you paid. You're ignorant. Hurry up and leave.
It's now down to the judge to decide whether Kirk has the right to continue living in Sade's late mother's house. Half an hour later, a verdict is reached.
I did feel a sense of vindication when the judge said, I order possession in your favour. I felt elated, actually. I shouldn't have to fight family members to take back what is mine. I've got my property back. So you go and find somewhere to live, and you go and find somewhere, you pay for it yourself out of your money, and stop living off of me and my sister. Go away. Go away. Go away. You're rubbish. Go away. Go and pay rent now. Now you're going to know what rent is. Now you're going to know what rent is. Gone.
You should be so ashamed of yourself.
I'm ashamed that I know you. That's what I'm ashamed of. I'm ashamed that I ever laid eyes on you. I'm ashamed that you're even part of the family. I think one of the reasons why I got so upset and got so upset quickly was because I wasn't able to grieve for my mum properly, and the house was a part of it. Remember that, it's not your house. It's not your house. Bye. You can say whatever he wants to say. This has gone on for 2.5 years. I'm just glad this day's over and we can all move on. And I can now think peacefully about my mum's memories and not have Kirk blur my vision.
Because Kirk has no contract and has been given reasonable notice, the court ruled that he needs to leave within 14 days.
Shade's a mean person.
But with bad blood on both sides, there's no guarantee that he'll comply. Two of letting agent Paul Ainsworth-Lord's tenants have been causing problems with their neighbours.
This can't carry on happening. They're going to be out. I want them out. Getting quite serious now.
One tenant, Simon, has left the property, but the other, Danny, has now moved his girlfriend and her toddler in.
They're trashing the house, causing havoc on the street. It's turning into a bad job. So, gotta go. Deborah from our office, my wife, she's going to be meeting us there. She's got a slightly different tact than myself. So on this visit, we'll probably do the good cop, bad cop. State of play is, we've had the complaints, and the music's been banging all night. It's not stopped now, and it's 11:30 next day. The grounds for eviction, we've opted for grounds 14, which is the antisocial, you know, that kind of angle. Is he not? Right, so can you call Danny and ring him and tell him I need to speak to him?
Yeah, I'm giving it you now. Right. Well...
It was a video call, like a FaceTime or something. They could see me, but I couldn't see them. Can't see you, Danny.
Listen back, cunt. I'm giving you 2 minutes to get away.
Who's that, Danny?
You with the far right, I'm giving you 2 minutes to get away. I want to come over and get flicked off your face.
Where's Danny?
Can you listen to me?
Who am I talking to?
Listen, never mind, Danny. You've got 2 minutes to get away. I'm coming, and I'm ripping the flesh off your face.
It's just folk being gobshites, isn't it? They do it all the time. Probably would never have said anything like that to my face. Who are you?
Hello, excuse me, can I ask who are you?
Paul from Ainsworth-Lord Estates.
Tell me now, mate, who is it? Hey?
I'm Paul from Ainsworth-Lord Estates.
Whoever is threatening Paul, it isn't Danny. But moments later, the tenant himself comes on the line.
Right, what you after?
I want to speak to Danny. We've got all these problems to discuss, man.
If you wait there, I'll be with you in 2 minutes.
That's fine. I'll wait. Doesn't seem like Danny to me, that.
2 minutes later, Danny arrives.
Fucking fuming.
Do you want to...
Honestly, if that camera goes in my face, I'll take it out your hand.
Do you want to...
Honestly, I'll take it out your hand if that camera goes near me.
Do you want to know why we're here?
Well, obviously, I'm probably being evicted or something.
It's not that.
I'm serious, get that camera out my fucking face. No, get that camera out my face. No, cameras, don't...
With Danny causing a scene, a neighbour intervenes.
Listen, are you going to start? Are you going to start on me?
If I have to go to a situation that might kick off, Deborah's the one to take, because I think she's good at diffusing situations.
All the doors are damaged either side. Looks like punch fist marks. Yeah, there's a door off here. The fact that that's how they think they can behave within somebody else's property. Oh, that's not good, because that'll bring our friends the rodents. If I was their mum, I would be heartbroken, I would be distraught.
These holes ain't me. These ain't me. They're not me. This is Simon's. That one's me. I'll admit to that one's me.
Paul and Deborah can't know for sure who is responsible for the damage, but the source of the noise complaints is soon apparent.
There's some big speakers then, Danny.
Oh Oh my God, that's some serious speakers.
Yeah.
You played it through them?
Yeah, don't go on loud though, it's just because...
It's a wonder the wall's not down, fella. We were having phone calls on a Saturday from the next door neighbours telling us about the noise all night, the music. This was going for like 12 hours a night. And I do think we have to take some responsibility for antisocial behaviour.
They later began fighting and took it outside. Whilst they were outside, me and my partner went out and told them to be quiet and keep the noise down, and that it woke the children up. Danny and Simon then arrived in a taxi with another guy and some massive set of speakers. He then told us the noise didn't matter as he's been evicted and was moving out in 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'll admit I am going to go because I've been told off Simon that someone else is moving in, so I had planned it.
So, if we can agree... amicably, that within 2 weeks...
2 weeks I'll be out and I promise...
But also, you see all the doors?
Yeah, I'm going to replace them. I'm going to come down to Angel Floyd and I'm going to give them whatever it costs.
Because every door has been
got a hole.
smashed
I know,
in.
for the £30 a door, so what's that, 30, 60, I'll bring £200 down.
But can you get the rubbish shifted
Yeah,
with
of course
them?
I can. Of course I can.
So we've got a plan?
Yeah, we've got a plan.
We
2
know what
weeks,
we're
I'll
doing.
have the doors sorted and I'll be out.
And no more noise.
No more noise.
Thanks for letting us come in.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's got to breaking point now, isn't it? They're taking the mick to the extreme.
I wouldn't want it next door to me.
Next.
Ziad.
In central London.
You owe me a load of money.
In Darwin.
Little swines. They've been ripped off, physically ripped off.
And in East London.
Talk whatever you want to talk.
I'll tell you this. I will be applying to the bailiff for eviction, and you will be evicted.
Landlord Han Yip has discovered that his tenant, Zayad Al-Safar, has been posing as the high-end property's owner and unlawfully subletting the flat.
Aston Martin, he's getting out of it. Oh no, he's getting into it. He's getting into the car.
Zayad is currently pocketing £3 a month from the property, while not paying his own rent.
It turns out that he was very active on social media, leading a very luxury lifestyle. That attitude just annoyed me so much. I'm funding that lifestyle, and I don't even like that lifestyle. This excessive consumption, conspicuous consumption, I find it really distasteful. His Instagram presents an image of wealth. Take a look at his LinkedIn. Founder and CEO at Ovington's, luxury real estate. And it turns out that's registered to my address.
It looks like Han Yip isn't his only victim. Some digging reveals Zayad has been imprisoned in America for a major fraud.
So here's the FBI press release. Operators of mortgage loan modification business plead guilty to conspiracy to commit fraud. And this was in 2012. According to the reference, he had lived in Isleworth for the last 5 years. At no point did he list San Diego Penitentiary, which he was sentenced to for, I think, 21 months.
Zayad's current whereabouts is a mystery, but Han thinks he's discovered a clue. And today, he's meeting Paul Champlina from Landlord Action, who's helping him chase up the rent arrears that now stand at over £18,000.
Obviously, when you're dealing with a skilled fraudster that's done this before, and they know the tricks of the trades and they know what to do and how to do it, the landlord's up against it. So you've tracked down the address where you think this tenant is living.
Our best guess. The company registration that this address is attached to is his wife's soap-making company.
Soap-making?
Yeah, she makes, like, bath bombs. I looked on Street View, and it turns out that that address matched a photo I saw on his wife's Instagram. I think it's that block over there, yeah. I was very confident approaching the property. I thought, you know, this is going to be the last thing he expects. He's gotten away with it for so long.
We get one shot at this, Han.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, Zayab?
Yeah, I can hear it. It turns out I can see the Wi-Fi with his company name on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, he's in there. We know he's in there. Hello? Zayab?
Yeah. They know it's you. They know we're on to you.
You can speak through the door if you want.
There's some degree of irony here in that the man who takes pictures of his face all the time, all across town, doesn't want to show his face outside his own home. Ziad, it's Han. You owe me a load of money. I'm waiting, Ziad.
Once this guy knew that we rumbled him, I was hoping he was just going to walk away and just give the keys back. That was what I was hoping, but he just didn't want to communicate.
So what we're going to do, Han, we're going to serve the debt letter and the deed of surrender. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're clear on that?
Yeah.
You've signed it and I've witnessed it, okay? So we're going to do that and we'll post it underneath the door.
3 months later, Han has his flat back. But there's no sign of the missing 20 grand, or Zayad, who appears to have left the country.
You expect the tenant to tell you who they are, and it turns out that everything he told me was a lie.
Sade Adamoy is attempting to evict her second cousin Kirk. His court-imposed deadline to leave her late mother's house expired a week ago.
We're back at the property to see whether Kirk has left. It is quite emotional. I'm really disappointed in Kirk. You know, he is a family member who's just chosen to be difficult for no reason, really. The house really is a big part of my childhood. It's been a family home for as long as I can remember, going back to the 70s. Well, I have to knock first to see what...
There's a light on.
It's me, Kirk. Sade. Can you open the door, Kirk? Kirk, can I speak to you, please? So, Kirk, why are you still here? Why is that?
Why are you not there harassing me?
Why are we harassing you? The judge ordered for you to leave, Kirk.
Yeah.
Do you recall that the judge ordered you to leave and you were ordered to pay costs? You haven't yet paid costs. And you were told by the judge that if you don't leave, we can evict you. You do realise that's going to happen now, do you? Kirk? There were times when Kirk and I were close. Because he's family, you allow people to have a little bit of extra time. But when it came down to it, and he took advantage of our kindness.
Talk whatever you want to talk.
Well, I'll tell you this. I will be applying to the bailiff for eviction, and you will be evicted, okay? You know, at that point, I looked at Kirk and I thought, this is not my cousin, this is not a family member, this is just a person who I want out of my life. I guess we'll just apply to the bailiffs and we'll have him evicted. I want the property back. It doesn't belong to Kirk. Kirk has no idea what it really means to me and my sister. I just want him gone, and I want this over.
I want the tenancy surrendered, and then we can draw a line under this. We've got a frigging nightmare.
After repeated complaints of antisocial behaviour, Paul Ainsworth Lord is trying to remove tenants from a house he manages.
They're causing havoc on that street. It's just a nightmare for us all. I want them out, I want the house back. They were supposed to move out before the weekend, but it's well into Monday now, so I'm hoping and praying that they've gone. It'll be a good day for us all if, if they've lived true to the word. Well, they knew I was coming today, and it has been agreed they'd move out, so I'm assuming they must have gone. Hello? Little swines. Oh, what a mess. Oh, talk about get your back up. Bloody hell, more vandalism up wall. You just ripped them off, you know, damaged all the casing. There's just no need for it.
During Paul's last visit, one of the tenants, Danny, said he'd either fix the broken doors or provide money to replace them before moving out.
At the end of the day, he can talk the talk. When it boils down to it, he's really not asked. They've yanked off the bloody, you know, completely busted. Snapped off, and these are window locks. So you've not replaced any, fixed any of the doors. We have failed, yeah. It's when Blackburn Rovers won the Premier League in '94. You know, somebody's had that for a long time. What? 25 years, 26 years they've had it. And it's just been lost now because it's wrecked.
The worst of the destruction is in the kitchen.
Oh, nothing like ripping a few cupboard doors off, eh? It's what you call willful damage, that. When I came here last week, this was all fine, you know, it was quite tidy-ish, but all the doors were intact. They've been ripped off, physically ripped off. Just chucked down here. It just makes me really mad, because this is just being nasty now. It's just peevishness, isn't it? I regret having let them have the house, in hindsight, which is a great thing. He should never have got the property, or we would never have given him the property.
Paul posts a notice of abandonment.
Friggin' scroats, that's what they are, scroats.
This means he can legally end the tenancy. Paul will never know for sure who caused all the damage, but before the house can go back on the market, the landlord now faces a big clean-up bill.
One innocent play can cost you thousands of pounds. Left with a dump or a trashed house. Just evil, a version of evilness.
Next, in East London.
You're disgraceful. You're in a house that does not belong to you. Look at you. That's your response.
Sade and her partner Richard are heading to her late mum's house. Today, her second cousin Kirk is being evicted.
So today I'm hoping that Kirk leaves. We get him out and I get my property back. It's the family home, and I'm sad because since my mum died, I've not really been able to frequent the property as I would normally. I can't go to my own home as I would please. So it's really sad. We've been waiting for today for almost 3 years. I just think my cousin Kirk has just had no respect, no value for property, and no value for possessions that don't belong to him.
Waiting outside the four-bed house is eviction expert Paul Champliner, who the couple have drafted in to assist.
Is he in? Do we know if he's in?
We don't know if he's in. I'd love to
So
find out.
Let's go and knock on the door and see.
Let's do it.
Chat with him. No problem.
I was a bit nervous. This situation is much worse because it is a family member. So
This is the property here, isn't it?
this is the property.
Right, Kirk, just to make sure you're ready to leave.
Kirk, are you packing?
ready to go in about 10 past?
Are you packing?
The bailiff's coming in 10 minutes. Okay. All right, so we're waiting for the bailiff. It's a nice response, isn't it?
He's got a cheek shutting that door in her face. How dare he?
The problem we've got, we don't know if he's packed ready to go.
Correct,
So
yeah.
that's our problem.
And as we've just seen, he's shut the door in our faces. It's so rude. He's disrespectful.
Close to packing everything up.
Are you? He can talk to you if he wants. He can talk to you. He can talk to you. I can talk to you. We can all talk to you because you're in my house, on my property, and you need to hurry up. You haven't done anything for me. You haven't done a thing. You haven't done a thing. You're disgraceful. You're in a house that does not belong to you. Look at you. That's your response. I'm going to wait, Kirk, because you're going to get out of my house today. You selfish man. Shut it, fool.
Not long now.
It's really sad because we used to go and hang out together as a group, go to parties together, actually be a real family. Since this incident, it's really broke up the dynamics of the situation.
With bailiffs due any minute, Kirk unexpectedly decides to leave.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's a bit sad because it didn't need to come to this. It really is sad, actually.
Sorry, he's gone.
I can't believe this.
Richard, go in. Let's see.
Come on.
Shake hands. Go on.
This is great.
Over the moon, mate.
It's fantastic. I look back and I think Kirk felt he was owed something. Kirk truly believed, I think, that he had some rights somewhere to the property.
But you know what he's done? He's really tidied up well.
I know he has tidied up, which is
good.
And even the garden's in quite good nick.
He's left it in good condition.
Yeah. So I'm really happy. I am feeling a bit weird because, as I said, I do feel a little bit sad for Kirk, and it didn't need to come to this at all. It really didn't. But it has.
He
And
just strung it out, didn't he?
yeah, he
That's
did.
what made it worse.
So unnecessary.
And the abuse you got as well.
Yeah.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah, he was really awful to me, and I haven't done anything to Kirk other than try to help him.
Nearly 3 years on from her mother's death, Sade finally has the family home she grew up in back.
Kirk's gone. Can't believe that. This was my room, so it's got lots of memories. So that's why it's hard. I don't want to get rid of it, the property. It's got a lot of meaning. Some really great memories growing up there. Lots of family members and friends would come around. Food, cooking, fun, laughter. So we are planning to give the property to a letting agent. There are many families looking for somewhere to live. That's the plan, to give it to a family that can make lots of fond memories.
Sit down. No. Next time.
You've got to leave.
Tension mounts in a shared accommodation.